the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, O'Donnell. And his first pass is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 50.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Lock it.
Check it back.
Score. Get it.
Operating from the gun, O'Donnell. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Hey, two-stop. Two-jet bomber. Rock it. Look at me. Score. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
General West. Hey, Delta. Yep.
50 seconds to Mike.
Look. Squeeze. Hard. Deep grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. O'Donnell throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Come on, set. 60 on. 6-6, pull it high. Leo.
Check 37.
Let's go now.
Throwing on first down. O'Donnell. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Break.
50, Mike's 50.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Let's go.
On first down, Jefferson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 10. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the ready.
Watch Mike.
Hey, zoom.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Bring it.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down Packers. Looking to throw. Going up top. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Silver, hey, Alpha. No. Guard. Rock it. Now.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ringer, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Here we go.
Look at me. Go. What? Squeeze. Hey. Bravo.
Check.
2nd and 3. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense. On track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
That's the way.
Go.
Go back.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
2nd and 11. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll drop the throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got it. Check it out, read.
Topper.
Mike's 50.
Smooth.
Here it goes. Mike's 50.
2nd and 5. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready, break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, a 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
There.
Show it. Check three.
From the gun, O'Donnell completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Hey, Sam on. Get it.
On 1st and 10, O'Donnell. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Two-jet bomber. Hey, team 6. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, lock it. Go. Ready.
Throwing again. O'Donnell. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go.
Me, I got this.
Hey, Zoom.
Watch the run.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic.
Hey.
52's the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
91.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready up.
Choose the mark, boys. 52. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
This
50,
quarterback
play.
now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Let's go.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Focus, defense.
Bravo.
Strong right. Strong right.
Deep grip. Deep grip.
They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Back to throw here. It's caught by Funchess. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
And we got to
Hey, echo.
get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Down to lose 1.
Smooth. 2.
Now back to throw. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Rock it, rock it.
Jump.
Look at me. Go. Now.
Back to throw. O'Donnell nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd and 14.
Ready, ready.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
What? Squeeze. Hard, hard. Hey, Delta. Hey.
Check 13. Check 9, check 9.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Go. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hurry, hurry. Ready?
On 1st down, O'Donnell is going to float this over the middle deep, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Protein spill.
Slant. 36. Shift.
Leo.
52. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Deep dribble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Hey, two. Recon, 132 fighters.
He's coming. We got double up. He's cracked.
Fire.
To throw on 3rd down. O'Donnell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Topper. Hey, orbit.
Switch.
Hey, stand off. Hey, lock it.
Crunch.
Yes. Hustle. Now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Greystone, Travis. 5. Go. Kill. Rock it. Say go.
Throwing on 1st down. O'Donnell. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, O'Donnell. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
You draw closer. Look at me. Go. Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
From the gun, O'Donnell. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Go.
51 to Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Zadarius Smith, his second sack of the night. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. O'Donnell. And the pressure gets to him again.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Go. Squeeze.
Check.
Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Here we go, team.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
On the ready.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go. Big serious right here. We got to step it up.
Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll drop the throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Let's go, Mike 50.
Hey, Foxtrot.
2nd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Yep.
Give me that ball, defense. 50's the Mike. 50's the...
Hey, high 7. Get it.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Packers 14.
So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Pittsburgh, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, things are definitely going south quickly as
The Browns are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The London Bulldogs are now on the clock.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.